exchange I've had with the Helpopedia crew that we might go into breakout rooms in a half of an hour. And when we go into those breakout rooms, and I think I'll repeat it, that if people go into our breakout rooms and then they feel during our breakout room time they need to leave, and at any time during this event, if you just on this first day of the year just kind of feel you'll find out from us later what you missed, that's fine. But Emily and Sue, and again whoever else, if you want to take us live stream, and then please put in the chat when the live stream is started, Emily, Sue, and others. I would just like to pay attention to the timing of our production today. So you are part of this production. Happy New Year, everybody. This is your New Year's Day press conference. And we had Shane on here. I don't know if Shane's having connection problems, but I want to check in with Shane to see if this is the best time to check in with him. He offered a little sharing yesterday. So Sue is saying that we can say,
there he is.
World. So hello world. Sue is saying that she's got live streaming goings. Emily, I think, will be we're live streaming pretty soon in our chat. But everybody out there on live stream, you have joined us on your New Year's Day press conference. And I'm doing a check-in right now with a guest of ours that offered a little something for our press conference. His name is Shane. And Shane, is this the right time to go into what we talked about yesterday? Are you ready?
Yeah, absolutely. I can start anytime.
There we go. Take it away, Shane, and whatever I can do to help you make it what we were thinking yesterday. We thought of between our conversation yesterday and right now. But the floor is yours, Shane. I appreciate what you're describing to me. So let's do it to it. You got about 10 minutes of a window. Like I said, we were talking maybe 3 to 5 minutes of that story, but take it away, Shane. What do you got?
Oh, man. Okay, 10 minutes. Well, first, thanks for having me, everybody. And I know that for New Year's, a lot of us have kids, and I actually have a 3-year-old daughter. And so I actually got to experience her last night saying, "Hey, Daddy, what the heck is FQ3C?" And it's kind of one of those moments where I was like, "Oh, I'm so happy that she said FQ3C," but at the same time, I was like, "Gosh, she said what the heck? I probably need to tone that down." But at the end of the day, it was really cool that I got to experience something which was my 2024 goal being met, and that goal was to write a book and to also be able to provide some really cool tools to the rest of everybody else here. But before doing that, I just want to do a real quick intro. My name is Shane Loftman. I am the founder and also creator of the FQ3C formula. I have many other companies and businesses that I've either helped launch, including one where we even went from 0 to 4 million in the first year, to training the entire Eastern Seaboard for Fortune 50 companies, and et cetera, et cetera. All of that really led to this FQ3C model that Kurt was basically talking about, where it helped him get real clarity, and it's something that's both unique but also intuitive. So we are just so excited to be able to bring that to you guys. And yes, we actually do have a special link that we will put into the chat, and anybody who views this is going to get a chance to do one assessment for free, where they get to take a look at how complete is their goal. And that's a huge step within you trying to actually accomplish your goal. Something that a lot of people don't know is statisticians estimate that only about 1% of the billions of New Year's resolutions that happen every single year actually get fulfilled by the end of that year. That's it, just 1%. And so we are here to help make it so that you are able to be part of that 1%. And we want to just bring this tool, which not only helps you to create the goal, but also track the goal and ultimately bring you to the point where you achieve that goal using this really cool, unique psychosis model. I would like to actually share a story with you guys. And a lot of you are familiar with football. Raise your hands if you know what football is, American football. Okay, good. So everyone knows what football is. But not everybody knows who Jerry Rice is. Jerry Rice is known as one of the best wide receivers, basically a guy who catches the ball and runs to the end zone to score the touchdowns. And in his story, he actually revolutionized the entire game using FQ3C, and he didn't even know it, okay? And with his story, he started out as a very young kid alongside of his dad, who was a bricklayer. And he would actually work with his father, laying these bricks. And his dad would actually throw the bricks up, and his job was to catch them and then hand them off to his kids, or sorry, his siblings. And in this process, as you can imagine, being a 3, 5, 10-year-old, catching bricks became really, really easy and second nature. So when he ended up going and becoming a walk-on and seeing if he could become one of the wide receivers of the NFL, they ended up trying it out, and sure enough, he could catch the ball from anywhere. Obviously, catching a brick is a heck of a lot easier, or sorry, harder than it is to catch a football, right? So what's interesting about his story is he was not the smartest, he was not the brightest, he was not the fastest, he was not the strongest, but what he did have was this determination, this discipline that was instilled from him from a very young age that bled into his work ethic on and off the field. So how did he revolutionize the football world? What he did is he was there every time before anybody else at practice, already practicing, number one. Number two, every single time that they would start doing their runs and their plays, obviously they'd be running routes to try and catch the football. He was the only one who every time without fail, when he catch the ball, would run for the end zone and reach the touchdown. And that didn't matter if he was on the other side of the field or if he was 3 feet from the goal line. Every time the ball gets caught, he runs to the end zone, to the goal. This was unprecedented because everybody else was just catching the ball, running 10, 15 feet maybe, and then turn around because they thought that their job was to catch the ball. But instead, what he did is he catched it and went to the goal. He understood, he had clarity on what he needed to do and what he was there for. So in the actual games, his body, his mind, his soul, every single fiber within his being became programmed to go to the end zone. And nobody could figure out why it was that he was so good when he was lacking in all these other areas. It turns out that your mind, your body, when in complete alignment, are able to do some of the most incredible things. And it was so impactful that not only did he hold all these crazy records, which he still holds today, but he changed the game and how everybody practices before the game. Now everybody has to increase their level to meet the demand of all these incredible wide receivers, now meaning that everybody's just trying to fight and see who can get onto the field first. I wanted to share this story with you guys because although you might not be trying to in 2025, trying to do a goal or change the world or change the entire industry, you can still use the same exact methods, the same exact ideas that Jerry Rice leveraged into your own life and make it so that you are able to become one of the 1% that these statisticians are talking about. And what we want to do is just kind of quickly go over the FQ3C, since I have just a couple minutes here, of what Jerry Rice did. And this is going to introduce you to the 5 core variables out of the 12. And this is just something that I think is going to be beneficial for everybody. So with Jerry Rice and with FQ3C, FQ3C stands for FQCCC, pretty easy to remember. And F stands for frequency, Q stands for quality. The first C stands for consistency. Next C stands for continuity. And then the last C stands for clarity. Now, if we look at Jerry Rice in his life, we can look at his F, his frequency. It was incredibly high. He was there before everybody else. He ran more than everybody else because every time he touched that football, he ran more yards to get to the end zone. And he did more touchdowns more than everybody else, right? Frequency through the roof. He also had caught the bricks, which means he'd caught more passes before any of these other kids had ever even thought about becoming an NFL player. So his frequency, incredibly high. His Q, his quality, because of the fact that he caught bricks, means that he actually had the ability to catch even more difficult passes than everybody else. So when it goes in, his quality is incredibly high, and he views a football as incredibly easy. His quality is through the roof, And also, the end zone is the real goal, not just catching the ball. Through the roof. Consistency. Not one time did he not run to that end zone. Not one time. All the players confirmed this, and all the players knew that you had to try and beat him to to every single time that they were going to be practicing, if you even wanted to stand a chance at being semi as good as he was. Continuity. He ensured that everything around him in his life was curated and cultivated to make it so that he would be able to run to that end zone, which meant that he got there early because there was nobody else there. He made sure he had the best equipment. He made sure that he had the best coaches. He made sure that he had the best involvement. He had strong support from his family, strong support from his friends. He curated everything around his life for that sole sake of catching a ball and getting a touchdown, which leads to our last one, which is C, which is clarity. He had more clarity than all the rest. Everybody else's clarity thought my job here coming to the NFL is to catch the ball. His clarity is no, I am here to score touchdowns and touchdowns only. And because of that simple, small, little adjustment led him to be able to do that transformation. So what does this mean for the rest of everybody else? You guys can use FQ3C, and you're going to be able to see this actually unfold when you create your goals with that free link that we're giving to everybody here who listens. And you're going to get to see how you can use FQ3C to get a really good goal like that of Jerry Rice. And then when you know your goal, you're able to score touchdowns. You're not going to be left there saying, oh, I got a first down. That doesn't lead to anything. You're going to stop chasing your tail. You're going to be able to control the outcomes, and you're going to know if you are or not actually on your path towards securing that touchdown for you in your life. And we are just really excited, again, to be here. Thank you so much, Kurt, for giving me these just a few minutes to be able to talk about the story, talk about FQ3C. And ultimately, we do also have a really cool thing going on where it's if you buy the book and the workbook, you get half off of any and all the other services as well, which includes those assessments, because we have a couple of them. And we actually have a couple of other people on here who have used them as well. And so we're just really excited to work alongside any and everybody on this call. I know, Kurt, that you said you have a couple of other people. I don't know if they shared or not, but I did want to say that it's really just an honor to be surrounded by other people. I know that there's some individuals who are helping with just even food and nutrition, making sure that everybody has something to eat that's plentiful and bountiful for the bodies. I know that Stephanie was talking about this really cool way to facilitate basically bartering, but bartering in a equal manner, if you will. And we also have people who are dealing with depression and anxiety, overcoming that. And so just this is really cool. And I really love what you guys are doing here. And again, thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Shane. What a gift to 2025 that you just gave us, Shane. I am a big fan. I'm a newbie to everything that you do, Shane. And with Elizabeth and Dr. Monica and folks, they're going to give us a little bit of an encore for anybody that has the appetite to stay beyond the top of the hour. We will have available an encore program. If it's just me on the encore, that's fine. But whoever wants to take advantage, they're going to make themselves available. So we do have an encore to this. I'm going to indulge with a couple minutes here. There's a couple people that I want to give a minute to win it moment. So the first one is dun 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 dun. CC, if you got any audio over there.
Hey everyone, Happy New Year.
All right, I think she has a...
Cece, if you don't get too close to your mic, you'll probably do better, love.
How about that? Can you hear me now?
There you go. You got it.
Yay! Happy New Year, everyone.
Happy New Year. Thank you for joining us, CC. So you'll have an opportunity in the next half of an hour to share. We're going to first listen to Helpopedia. They told me in weeks past that they prepared something. But before we get to Helpopedia, I want to check in with our friend, Mariana Waikiki. I want to give her a minute to win it to share a little glimpse of the if she's available. I want to give Marianne a few seconds here, 4, 5, or 6 seconds. Marianne, sound check if you want to unmute. And a 3, and a 2, and a 1. Oh, she's playing here. Marianne, here we go. A minute to win it. We're going to have you take the last minute before Helpopedia. Take it away, Marianne.
Aloha, I'm Marianne of Waikiki. I'm the author and Apple game developer of the Acts of Kindness series, featuring 200 folk Manus puppets. The books are written for animation movies with sign language characters and a soundtrack by Lucy Lynch and The Perfect Wave for ocean cleanup, anti-bullying, and climate change. I want to share Awesome Foundation grant with you. I was a winner in July, and we gifted the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind my books, Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully with Folk Manus Puppets for October was Anti-Bullying Month. And I partner with Leon McLaughlin, Clean Water Foundation, who brings water units worldwide. So we also gifted the Hawaii School for the Deaf and Blind a water unit value of $150. So we're finishing our 4th book for climate change with Leon. We'll be promoting World Water Day on March 22nd, 2025. And our website is www.actsofkindnessseries.com. And all classroom teachers in the United States of America can receive copies of my books or any other products from donorschoose.org. So we're sharing the good news worldwide. Aloha. I go by Marianne of Waikiki. It's my author name, my sign language name, and looking for 2025 to partner with Leon McLaughlin again. Clean Water Foundation, Washington, Seattle. Aloha. Mahalo.
Thank you, Marianne. We appreciate all the work that you do. And Marianne's been a tremendous partner participating in the humans group and having plugged into Helpopedia a bit and making the tour around to get her work out there to help as many as possible, and a great ambassador for Clean Water Foundation as well. We definitely enjoy working with you, Marianne. So the format for the next half of an hour is going to be, I'm going to give the floor to Helpopedia. I would personally make an ask. My request is Kurt Roskoff is if you do need to leave before we finish everything here, please make sure that you have some sort of a way before you leave that everybody else can be in touch with you. We definitely want to take advantage of the networking opportunity that we can work cooperatively and we can collaborate and we can have our combined synergies come into play as soon as possible, post haste, as I like to say. But without further ado, I don't know who's going to start, Coach Phil Vetrano or Laurel and Mears. How are we going to do this, Helpopedia? It is Hub for Help time. How are we going to do this?
Thanks, Kurt. I'll start off by thanking Kurt for providing us with an opportunity to share some wonderful news. And I applaud Kurt for taking the initiative on this New Year's Day to make a difference. Kurt is a great community partner with Helpopedia, and I applaud the effort that he does and takes to support communities in his own hometown of Hamilton, as well as every other country that's he's involved with. So, Kurt, you're doing a heck of a job, and thank you for all your support, and congratulations on this press conference with like-minded people who really care about each other. Stephanie did a great job in sharing the community effort that Mutual Aid has, and it's a very similar model to us, as in we like to help and support each other, and more specifically, we're providing youth development for those who are really at a disadvantage. And if you remember when you were a teenager, asking for help was hard. It's something that you're not leading with, and you may not have great role models as parents to show you how to ask for help. But it's evident and it's obvious to those who are older, who know that we need help. CEOs are constantly asking for help. They need help. They can't do it all by themselves. It's really smart to have experts surrounding you. So Helpopedia is all about that, surrounding our youth with experts to support them in their journey. Because society usually says, you've got to figure out this journey by yourself. You got to figure out what you want to do in life. Well, I say no. You don't have to figure this out by yourself. You can get the support of great mentors, great adults, great people who want to support you. And this is one of the things that we've identified is we're not raised with great support systems. The assumption is that we have support, but really, do you create that support? And just like what Shane was saying, goals are really important. And one of the things that we're not great at is planning. A lot of Americans are not planning ahead and really getting, and teaching their kids how to plan and be proactive. I've met so many high school students, so many college students. They are just going through the motions of life, and they're not, they're not seeing the opportunities that they have, and they don't even know the power that they have, because they can make a huge difference in their lives, in their friends' lives, in their families' lives by getting, just being proactive and asking for support and help in the things that they want to accomplish and or learn. So we're here at Helpopedia. We started this. Laura Lynn Mears is the co-founder. I was very fortunate that we were connected by someone who is also a difference maker in Briley, who has cerebral palsy, and she's a great connector. And she saw the opportunity of the effort that I want to make to create an advantage for young folks and the parents to support them. And Laura Lynn's great e-platform that teaches soft skills and any other education that is needed. And that's what's really important in life, is to help each other and provide knowledge and education and expertise to each other to help. Just like the mutual aid network of Stephanie is that you're connecting people who have great talents and skills, and they're sharing those talents and skills with each other, which is outstanding. So I'm going to hand it off to Laura Lynn at this time. Again, thank you, Kurt, for this opportunity. And Laura Lynn will get into some of the details of the programs that we have and how often we meet and things like that. Thank you.
It's always hard to follow Phil. Harder still when Phil's already given Kurt Roskoff, who is the best example of servant leadership that I know, not only know personally, but that I know of. And so that makes it extra difficult. So thank you, Phil and Kurt, for making the new year just challenging to get it started that way. No, but just, kidding here. So what we wanted to, we were so excited when Kurt announced this opportunity just to really start the year with positive intention. And Helpopedia is our nonprofit, as Phil said, in supporting youth development, and everyone has their own initiatives. They're challenging because your heart is in it and you want to do it, but things take time. They take volunteers, they take money, they take effort. It takes a lot of leg lifting to be visible. It's not that the mission is lacking or any of that, but I know how hard it is from just multiple other folks that have spoken to at nonprofits saying, wow, like we do such good things, but people don't know about us. So having the opportunity here to share with like-minded people who are focused on making differences, that's where it starts, because someone always knows someone. And you never know, right, where the connections will go. They don't have to be linear. I introduce, then you introduce. It could be, right, diagonal, orthogonal, anything. And that's the beauty of this. And so to keep it short, because I know it is New Year's Day and everybody needs their turns, what we're really focused on here in 2025 is youth programs. We've got two, an internship prep program that gets youths ready for internship, and then they can intern with Helpopedia so that they are in a better position to either go to college or apply to a job because they've had an internship, even though it's really an internship prep. We also have a startup club program. So for those who are entrepreneurial, great, let's get you into that. And then parent support programs. We call it the PTA Power Pack, so that parents can learn how to get behind their students and support them. We heard about bullying. We've heard about all kinds of incidents going on. Now, new administrations, new challenges, maybe with LGBTQIA2+, and some anxieties around that. So these PTA Power Pack sessions that we have are with our experts in various forms of counseling and different domains of expertise so that we can support the parents better. So if they feel supported, pardon me, they can support their teenagers. And that's really where we're focused there. And we meet a couple of times a week, not just Phil and I, but every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern time, we've got an open slot. It's our well-being session. Come on in. You can go into breakout rooms and talk with some of our experts. If you have a challenge you want to speak about and work through, you can lean on each other in the community and be part of that. And then on Tuesdays at noon, we have a special needs chapter that's just focused now, I guess it's every other week. So first and third week, just to add complexity to your calendars. But the well-being is every Monday at 2 p.m. And then the special needs chapter is every other Tuesday at noon. And we'd love to see you there. If nothing else, please take a look at our website, helpapedia.org. And what I'd love to extend to you in the spirit of giving and starting the year off strong, we have a Hub for Help, which is the e-learning platform I built. We'd love to list your nonprofit there so that, again, we start amplifying as a community, your books, if you've written, where's the author? I guess she dropped off here. Can't see. And be able to do that so that we can truly create a community where people can find us a little easier. There's Marianne of Waikiki. There's our author. So listing books, listing your nonprofits, let us know. If you can't find me, find Kurt. Kurt knows how to find me and Phil. And Happy New Year.
All right. So Coach Phil and Laura Lynn, in our exchanges, there was a thought of breakout rooms. Are we still liking the idea of breakout rooms, or do we like just finishing up with a big group mastermind here?
Yeah, certainly we could do breakout rooms if folks are interested, and I'll just take it off. If you want to learn more about Stephanie's activity, Mutual Aid Network, she can have a breakout room. And if you want to learn more about Helpapedia and the internship program that we have for any student, and then if Shane wants to have a breakout room, he can have one too. So we're about community partnerships, and you've provided some valuable information. And if people want to learn more, let's take the time and do it now.
Okay, so Phil, that's the proposed 3 breakout rooms: one for mutual aid, one for FQ3C, and then one for Helpapedia. Is that what we're doing? That people can select which room they want to go to?
Yes, and if you want to stay in the main room, that's okay too.
All right. So what I might recommend is that since we have multiple people here from the groups, we may want to do a little mix and mingle with the leadership of the groups so that these breakout rooms can also be a little collaboration between the groups. Does it sound like I'm on the right track?
Yeah, absolutely. So if it's either learning more and/or it's collaborating and seeing how we can help each other.
Yeah.
All right. So that means that there could be, if we split each of the rooms equally, we'd have 4 people in each room. So let's see here. So with the breakout room feature, I am going to trying to remember where it is here. So here it is. In the users, it shows that there's 12 people in parentheses there. Then there's a gearbox, and then it allows me to create breakout rooms. So I'm in the, can you still hear me when I'm in the create breakout rooms feature?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so number of rooms, I've got 3, and duration is, I'm going to say 10 minutes, so we can aim to wrap up at the top of the hour. Allows users to choose breakout room and join. So we're organizing this with Helpapedia. Phil mentioned mutual aid first, so that'll be room 2. And the third breakout room will be FQ3C. So the 3 will correspond with the 3 of FQ3C. This is Helpopedia Room 1. So I'm going to go ahead and create. I think we got this right. So now that I've created it, this is the first time I've used the feature, folks, obviously. So breakout room invitation is there. So if everybody's finding the users section and with the 12 in parentheses and then the gear, it has a menu, and the second to last option is breakout room invitation. And then you can, let's see here. I think since I created it, I can invite all of you, but I think you guys are able to just go whatever room you want, correct?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah, I
select-
think we click breakout rooms right above the users, and then we can go join room. It'll show us the 3.
I'll join room 3 right now.
Okay, sounds good. Let's rock
I'll
and
see
roll.
you there.
Here we go. 10 minutes. 10 minutes. If you run longer, I don't 10 minutes. I don't know if it's going to close it automatically, but so 2 is humans and 3. So Emily, if you can help Stephanie with breakout room 2, that would be great.
I'll go to Helpopedia, please.
Let's see here. So 3 is
Lorianne. Is it Lorraine? I'm sorry.
2, 3.
Orlin.
Laura Lynn. I want to.
All right, so let me do an invite for you. Here you go.
I don't
Breakout.
know how to get to room 1.
So room 1, let me, Marianne. Here, I'm trying to figure out how to do this here. Marianne, let me go invite. Let's place, there we go. There you go. Invite, Coach Phil Vetrano is in room 1. So Marianne, I don't know how this works, but I did just send you an invite for joining Phil Vetrano in breakout room 1. And it does help that if everybody does a breakout room, so whatever I can do. Emily, are you able to get into breakout room 2? I can't hear you, Emily. Can everybody hear me?
I can hear you, but I don't see a thing to transfer me.
You're not seeing anything either, Monica? So again, I'm going into the now, Marianne, I know you're on your tablet, so I'm going to try to figure something out for you here. But Dr. Monica, I would just want to help Dr. Monica.